welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in today. It's Sunday when you're seeing this, but I am recording this a few days in advance. I won't have pictures. Probably future editing me will be able to add pictures to this because I am wearing this too. Guess what? By the time you see this video, the whole weekend would have been a wrap. We had, I'm sure, a good time and exhausted, but I am coming in today with another review. This is not my final pattern and make for BHM Pattern Designers, but this is the one that I am wearing on our meet and greet night. So welcome everybody to the channel. You're probably wondering what am I talking about. For those who are new, I am hosting an in-person event here in Texas the weekend, well, it have been the past weekend you've seen this. So February 24th is our meet and greet, and February 25th is the workshop all-day event with vendors, classes, all of that good stuff. So yes, so super excited, and it has been busy. So the day I'm recording this, it's a lot going on. I actually have a very special guest here with me that will come in and say hello. I know you all miss Miss Myra. But she has come in. I picked her up from the airport, and we just had lunch, and we coming back, and we got a lot to do. So I'm going to make this quick. I will definitely pop up pictures. Like I said, I'm wearing this on the meet and greet night. And so I don't have pictures today or anything like that, the actual physical day I'm recording this. But once I get pictures, I'll edit that in before the video goes live, and you'll see pictures, and I'll probably record a little bit of the meet and greet. Maybe I'll be able to throw that in here as well. So let's jump into it. It is Mondi's Threads, the Lilato Jumpsuit PDF pattern. And so the pattern says it features kimono sleeves, which you'll be able to see, and I'll hold this up here in a moment. V-neck, zipper front. It has 3 different lengths. I did the short version. My intention when I got the fabric, which came from House of Mami Wata, my intention was to do the longer, well, not long to the floor, but my calf length. About calf length is my intentions. But you guys, it has been 90 degrees this week. It's hot. It's going to be hot the weekend of the event. The weather is absolutely gorgeous, nice and warm. So I decided to do the shorts. And so you will notice, because I'm popping up here a picture of the pattern, I didn't realize this until after I ordered the fabric, because House of Mami Wata posted this fabric on her Instagram page, and I just fell in love when I saw it. And I'm glad I saw it within like 30 minutes she posted it, because I went out and bought 6 yards. And then I think shortly thereafter she was sold out. So I'm so sorry. She might be still sold out of this. But this was called, I think, Pink Musings. If I'll look and see if she has any more. And I'll link directly to it. If not, I'll just link to the website and you can peruse around. And make sure you're following her on Instagram too, because she do post when she get ones like this in. She'll post them right away. And it also has the 3 lengths. I did the shorts version. It has elastic in the waist, and then it has pockets. I chose not to do the pockets on this, just because since this is the Ankara fabric, I didn't want to add any bulk or anything, and I don't think it would have actually, after I finished it, added any bulk. But on my hips or whatever, I was like, nah, I don't know that I would necessarily use the pockets like that. They would be nice to have, but I don't know how functional, how often I would use them. Okay, so the pattern is definitely size inclusive. She goes from an extra small up to a 3X, and the skill level is termed as advanced beginner. Now here's a good thing about this pattern. It comes with a sew along. So if you needed help in sewing this up, you have a sew along. You all heard me talk about jumpsuits in the past. That it's just not my thing. Going to the bathroom, I will only wear it if I know I'm gonna have it on for a certain length of time, and then that's it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be out all night. I'll have this on for like 3-4 hours. I may have to go to the restroom once, but we're gonna see how that go. Because you do have the zipper front, and it has the elastic waist, which will make things comfortable. But I will get into that. So I said already, I use, and I'll hold it up here in a moment, the Ankara fabric from House of Mami Wata. So far as the sizing, now her sizing in the pattern, couple things to note that I think is really key, because I did reach out to Mondi because I was a little concerned about the measurements I saw in the pattern, because you get finished garment measurements. That's the measurements that's in the pattern. Finished garment measurements, which is not a surprise for me because style arc patterns are like that. But style arc patterns do include the bust circumference. Her patterns doesn't have bust, like a bust measurement. So it just has the waist, the hip, and then she has a list of other measurements. So your leg opening circumference, sleeve opening circumference. So, you know, if you need to make adjustments to the sleeve, your crotch front, crotch back, the V, how deep that goes, all of that is all those type of measurements. So tons of measurement. The only measurement that's not in here is the bust measurement. So I did reach out to her only because of the waist measurement. My waist is at a 39. If I looked at the finished garment measurement of 39 for the waist, it's extra small. So I know I'm not an extra small, and so I was concerned, and so I reached out to Mondi. Thank you so much, Mondi, for all of your help, and I'll tell you what I realized after the fact. But she said a medium or large would work fine for me because I sent her my measurements and everything. So I went with a size large, and the large is a waist circumference of 48, a hip of 56. Now my waist is a like I said, 39, and my hip is a 52. So I went with that. So here's the thing you need to know about the waist circumference. What it doesn't say in the waist circumference, the measurement chart, is that waist circumference is without elastic. You're adding elastic in there. And so once you add the elastic is measured at your waist circumference less 3 inches. So then you just have to, it doesn't say that in here, it just says waist circumference, but you need to take into account that's without elastic. So I realized that after the fact as well. It sews up with a 1/2 inch seam allowance because I did the large, and she said there is a lot of ease in it. And when I was looking at the pattern pieces, I was like, yeah, this look pretty big, you know, like roomy, not big, like too big, but it looked roomy, like there would be a lot of ease in it. And so she said, feel free to sew at a larger seam allowance if that makes you comfortable as well. Otherwise, the pattern it says sewn up at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And so what I did was sewed it up at 5/8 inch seam allowance, the whole thing, just to take a little bit extra out so it wouldn't look too baggy on me, and so or too loose fitting, and because it's meant to be loose fit. So that's one thing I want to be clear. It says right here, this jumpsuit is a loose fit, but I didn't want it to be too loose, if that makes sense, you know, but saggy look, that type thing. So what I did was, as I was sewing it up, it's so super easy to sew up. You have your front pieces, your back pieces, obviously two and two there, and then you have the front and back pieces. The back is cut on the fold. No, it's not cut on the fold. It is, I don't think, no, the back is not cut on the fold, but you have the 2 back pieces, and then you have the 2 front pieces, and then and the front pieces include the seam because it's the grown on sleeves, so you don't have to worry about setting any sleeves, which is nice. And then I measured the V in the front because you want to take that in consideration if you want to be a little more modest and raise it up higher or something like that, you can. So for me, when I measured it against me, I was fine with where it hit. And then what else do I want to mention? The only other thing, you do need at least 4 yards of fabric. So if you're using Ankara, you want 4 or more yards of fabric. If you're a larger size, get 6 yards of Ankara, because as you know, you will have to change the direction of the fabric in order to cut out the pieces the larger you go in size, right? Or just use 60-inch, 58 to 60-inch wide fabric and you'll be fine if you're not using Ankara. You do need a 12-inch zipper. I'll show you in just a moment, but I knew when I wanted to make this, I wanted to have an exposed zipper in the front, so I used a handbag zipper, and so I will show you that. And you do need the waist elastic, and so it's the 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch wide. And as a matter of fact, I couldn't find my offhand, and I got a pack. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. It's a value pack from Walmart. I had to go to Walmart. They had this value pack of elastic, 3 packs. It's 3 different sizes. It came with a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 3/4 inch, a yard of the half, a yard of the 3/4, and a yard and a half of the 1/4 for $1. This whole pack for $1. So that was perfect. Because I have elastic. I don't want to buy a lot. And it's packed up somewhere here. I thought it was unpacked. But anyway, so that's all you need in your marking tools. And then you cut everything out. Like I said, she does. I sent this to print to Blue Cup Shop. Or you can print it at home and tape it together. But I sent mine to print. Instructions, super easy. I have no, so far as the written instructions, there were no issues there. She does say at the outset, because the instructions are only 2 pages. Everything is on 2 pages. She does say at the outset you can't serge all of your edges first and then sew everything together. I just serged everything together, obviously on my serger. And I use my variegated thread, the same thread I've had in my machine for the past 2 projects. And so that worked out perfect. Now, the only thing I would love to have seen different on the instructions so far as in not written instructions, but she has pictures with the instructions. I would have liked to seen the pictures be in different colors, because it's all in, it looks black and white. And so it's kind of hard to see what's the wrong side, what's the right side. Maybe arrows that pointed to this is the wrong side, this is the wrong side, or something like that. That's the only thing. But if you're reading the instructions, you'll probably just be fine. But if you just wanted to kind of see as you go, making sure you're doing a couple things right or whatever, especially when it comes to doing the facings, because you do have facing pieces in here as well. But normally with facing pieces, you sew the centers together, the centerpiece together. Well, you don't do that for this because you have the zipper in the front. And so, you know, kind of little things like that. I would have probably preferred to see it in, or contrasting fabric. Maybe there was, say, a blue and a white piece of fabric just to show, so people know what part is what. Or not blue and white, but a contrasting side, so people know, you know, this is the wrong side, this is the right side, if that makes sense. So I think so far as instructions, that is it. Putting it in the elastic, all of that, it's a super easy make, nothing complicated about it. Again, I will edit in the future to pop in pictures after I have worn it. I did put in my label. As you can see, those are available on my website. This is the fabric. She is absolutely gorgeous. I did remember this time to use a color catcher when I washed this. And so, so the colors wouldn't bleed. And so as you can tell, it's still got my white in there. And I'll actually go grab my color catcher that I use, just in case people who don't know what color catcher is, you'll know what it is, what to look for when you go into the store. But I'll go grab that here in a second. But if you can tell, I know I'm losing light, but here's my zipper. Here's my zipper down the front. I wanted it to be exposed like this. And so this is a handbag zipper pull and everything. And it's 12 inches. So it goes across the bust and then the bottom. Just about 6 inches of the front. It says in the instructions halfway up the front crotch. And I did not have to make adjustments on the crotch at all. So it's a roughly 6 inches down into the bottom piece. And if you can tell, I know it's hard, but my seams match up across the top. She is beautiful. So that is it. And I did serge. Like I said, all of the hems have been serged and turned under. I used my variegated thread, which just looks so cute on this. That turned out so nice. I even did it for my my facing pieces, because you all know how I like to have the clean finish facing pieces. But since I was using the variegated thread and it blended so pretty, I thought with the actual fabric, I said, why not? I'll let it be exposed because you really can't see it. So I thought that was so nice. So super nice. I did try it on. It fits well. but again, you'll see pictures once I wear it when we have the meet and greet. And here's the elastic. I didn't make my elastic too tight. You don't have to. I still wanted there to be enough room, but I cut my elastic at 36 inches. And remember, I said my waist is 39. So I did cut it at 36, and you know, it's comfortable. It's real comfortable. And so that is it, and that's the V in the back. She is just absolutely beautiful. Love it. Easy sew. Let me grab the color catcher. So for those who don't know what it is and why you use it, I'll show you what it is and just tell you real quickly why you would use it. This is everybody that has joined us for the meet and greet. We are so super excited about everyone here today. So very exciting. And so, yes, we are about to eat. I'm starving. Everybody is starving because everybody came in today, drove in, mostly flew in. So we are going to get started. Okay, so here's the color catcher. This is what it looks like. So if you're looking for it in the store, this is the, I know there's different brands, but this is Shout Color Catcher. So essentially what you use this for, if you have a fabric that you know might bleed, and typically the Ankaras do bleed that I've had, and since it has white in it, if it didn't have white in it, I probably wouldn't have used a color catcher. I would just make sure that everything in the wash was all color stuff. But you can use one of these. You put in 1 or 2 sheets. When I have fresh fabric that I just got in that I think might bleed, I will use 2. And so you just put it in the wash machine and the color bleeds onto this. This helps bring the color onto this here as opposed to it bleeding throughout the fabric. So that's a tip for you. So again, it is called Shout Color Catcher. So pick this up. I mean, it comes with quite a few sheets, so you will have it for quite some time for your fabrics and whatnot, so they don't bleed on each other. So that is it, everybody. I'm jumping off. That's my review. I got to get back to my company, my special guest, because we have a lot of work to do today. So in preparation for this weekend. So all right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Somewhere in this video I would have edited and added in pictures and maybe some behind the scenes from the meet and greet. So that is it, everybody. Love, love, love it. I love it, and I can see me making more of this here jumpsuit for sure. I highly recommend. All right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in today. You all have a blessed and fantastic start to your week, and you will have the next video on Wednesday. Bye.